You're watching Jets Hockey. Welcome in once again. My name is Shawnee Hill, joining you from our broadcast studios up in Western Canada. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much for tuning in here on YouTube for our action today. We're going to have round three here in the round robin, the third game for the Jets squad, as we'll be facing off against the Mustangs white squad. And it should be an exciting matchup. Both of these teams have some firepower, but both have had a little bit of a hiccup in their second game. Obviously, the Jets you saw earlier today. If you didn't, you can check back right on this channel right here and see that game previously of all three games of the round robin here on the channel thus far. And if there are any games that come from this tournament, we'll be sure to bring it to you as well. But first, let's take a look back of how we got here and exactly where things stand. So take a look at the recent matchups you saw. Was hometown hockey yesterday, a 3-1 victory for the Jets. And then Game 7 Edge came in, put up a 7 spot in a game that got away from the Jets in the second period. Now, that lines things up in a very interesting position standings-wise, as the Mustangs white at the top of the standings, 1-0-1. And then the Jets at 1-1-0. So what that means that the Jets with the victory here could put themselves in position at the top of the pool, depending on the layout of the result of the other game within the round robin. Now that's important, as being top of the pool gives you the best opportunity to make it into your playoff rounds, give you an opportunity to take home the Easton Cup. So the Jets are going to be looking for a big one here today. And as we take you live to Minnesota, you see teams not on the ice just yet, but they're starting to filter out. They're starting to trickle out there. We'll get the warm-up period in just a moment. Here in the pregame, we'll also have an interview with one of the players rinkside as well. And then join us for the post-game shows. We'll get to talk to some players and some coaches, hopefully after a nice victory from the Jets club. And as I said, the Mustang white squad faced off against hometown hockey a bit earlier today. That game went to a draw, which really opened the door for the Jets squad here. With that being said, the Mustangs are the big win. If they can put their foot on the gas, that's going to propel them clearly to the top of the pool, as they'll be able to clinch it without really any sort of competition after that, as they sit with 3 points as opposed to the Jets 2. So teams just coming out for warm-ups now. I see there. Looks like the Mustangs will be in the green, and the Jets will wear their black jerseys for the first time this tournament. We'll have updated line combos, defensive pairings, and things like that in just a moment. But before that, we'll get a chance to look at some of the warm-up period here. You'll see the unique warm-up of the Jets. And coming into this game, speaking to the coaches after game number 1, there was some things done well in that second game, despite what the scoreboard may have said. However, when it got away from them, the ball started rolling. The snowball started rolling downhill there. They just couldn't recover. And it's also been kind of reported through that the Jets Hockey Club seems to struggle a bit with the times. So with those early start times, it has been a bit of a struggle. This one coming at 2 p.m. local time. Hopefully that means they're fresh and kind of raring to go. Once again, it looks like the Jets might have a little bit of a depth advantage on the bench here. The Mustangs coming in with a good complement of players as well. We'll go over them in just a moment of what we can expect to see from the opponents here today. But for the Jets, it really comes down to playing their game. In game 1, it was a little bit of a slow start, but once they got in their rhythm, they kind of relied on their goaltender and relied really on their puck possession. We saw in game 2 when they got a little puck happy, a little too many dekes and not enough passes, and really also stopped using their legs. That was the big thing that stood out to me, was they kind of saw them throttle back and stop skating a bit, if you may. And again, if you're just joining us here, as we'll dip away from the warm-ups just to get you set up for what we're expecting to see here. These are the Jets' earlier matchups: a 3-1 win over hometown hockey, a 7-2 defeat earlier today to Game 7 Edge. And we'll give you also a look at the standings coming up. It'll show you exactly how important this game is going to be, as even with the draw today, the Mustang White squad sits atop at 1-0-1, and the Jets kind of tied for second there at 1-1. So 3 points and 2 points respectively for those two clubs. So warm-ups continue on. We'll take you in with a little bit of the rink sounds there, so you can kind of get the vibe here. As we got about 4 get a little bit of the sound there. And, again, from our side here, we're kind of able to, adjust that audio and things like that. But in a moment, we're going to take it down to ringside to talk to one of the players down there, see how they're feeling. So in a moment, we'll head down to ringside, and we'll see what we're able to kind of do there. See if we can get a poll of player and get a quick interview right now. There we go. But I think I got. So, sorry to see them on my feed here, trying to get the players together, things like that. We'll go to ringside in just a moment there to get kind of the vibe as we head into a big pivotal matchup. The third game of a round robin with the Mustang Whites wearing green and the Jets wearing the black for the first time here in the tournament. So we'll see if maybe switching up the jerseys can maybe switch up the play a bit from game two. But game one, pretty good game. So you don't want to switch things too much in that sense. And I see them still finish up the warm-up now. As we get set. A little bit of an echo there on my end. So yeah, it looks like our rink side is beaming ours back to me. We'll go live to the main rink there. You kind of see the rink side a little bit there, trying to work down. But the players are warming up. Might not be able to pull one. You always hope as a media member you can pull one, but if not, it's all good. And it looks like just about two minutes or so left in the warm-up period. Apologize there for some of the technical difficulties down on rink side there. So we'll probably just let the players kind of settle in and things like that, and we'll just get into the game there. But then on the post-game show, we'll be able to really dive in and talk to some of these players and things like that. But again, the matchup right now, as you see, a little bit 2 minutes or so left to go in the warm-up period. Jets and the Mustang White Pool A play here in the 2021 Easton Cup. We'll be back with puck drop and stuff in just a moment. Until then, thank you so much for tuning in. You are watching Jets Hockey here on YouTube. Welcome back, everybody, inside our studios. We're going to try right now to go down to ringside, see if we can get our interview here. Let's see if we can bring it in. Looks like RJ Hill is on the bench. RJ, are you able to hear me down there? How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I know it's a little loud down there. I want to ask, we took a look at the lineup card. You're shifting back to defense. How much is that an adjustment for you? Looks like we have a little bit of technical difficulties. He's heading on back there. You know what? You try to get the players. You try to get them, but they're focused. They're in on action, and that's where we want to keep them for this pivotal game here. As you take a look live from above there, the Jets starting to get going. We're hoping to see better legs than we saw in the early morning. This team, traditionally not known as a morning team, at 2 p.m. puck drop. Looks like we're probably going to get scheduled right around 2:06 for this one in particular. And a pivotal matchup, as we said. So they'll come together for the huddle. In a moment, we'll run you down the lines and the starters as well. I do know in goal, it'll be Lucas Egan yet again. Strong game one, got a couple of minutes in game two as well. He's going to be key for the Jets, but it comes down to team defense. So they'll be the first to tell you, goaltenders usually get a lot of the limelight, but team defense is really what is going to win you games. Having a goaltender constantly have to stand on his head is not the best recipe for success. So just a moment here, we'll have puck drop. It'll be the Jets and the Mustangs here on YouTube. If you're joining us for the very first time, I'm going to almost plead with you to leave a comment below. Let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for. But even if you were here prior, let us know down in the comments. We want to hear from you. We want to see your cheers. But let us know where you're tuning in from, who you might be rooting for. And, always a little Let's Go Jets in the chat is always fun as well. So in a moment, we'll have the opening face-off as the coaches give their final instructions and gather up the pucks. We're expecting an exciting one here today. So I believe, taking a quick look, I don't know if these are the same officials that we had before. A couple of good games, hard hitting, tight checking at times, and actually some good officiating overall. Every so often you're going to miss a call, every so often you get one you think goes the other way, but so far it's been kind of a clean sheet from the officials thus far. And both teams break, and we're going to get underway here. The Jets and the Mustangs. Thank you so much for joining us here on YouTube as we'll get set for opening puck drop. A little wave to the crowd there from the Mustangs. And so we'll see who Coach Hill puts out as our starters today. He did make a couple of lineup changes. We'll go over them in a moment. But it looks like it's going to be Morgan Corson centering Nicolino Johnson in Weingartner. And we are underway here from Minnesota here in Easton Cup action. We'll run down the forward pairings on the bottom of your screen. There's your starters as you see, and the other line should be to follow as the Jets look to get the first shot on goal, but it goes just wide of the net. They track it down on the near side. A little bit of a turnover there, but good support up high. Backhands it off the glass, back to Hill. Hill plays it down low. Good forward pressure there. Working out of the corner. And the Mustangs will steal it and look to move up. The green jerseys with the blue helmets. Once again, the Jets in the black, white shells, white socks. First shot there for Egan goes wide. So neither goaltender tested thus far. The first two shots of the game go wide. Once again, the bottom of your screen, you're seeing the forward lines. Next will be your defensive rundown. Right now, we got ourselves a scoring chance for Nicolino Johnson in the corner, waiting for his mates to change. A little bit of a Lone Ranger offensive output at the moment. Does a little deep, gets some space, has some open opportunities, tries to get to the slot, can't do so. Circling back around to Kirkpatrick. Going back to Shafu. He throws it in the corner. He goes below now. Below goal line, out in front, trying to get it. He cannot. But the Jets, kept pressure there for a moment, but unable. They'll regroup now as Sipu. Throws it in the sense there. Looks like Parisi. Rebound, can't go. Block shot yet again. Nifty little puck juggling there from the Mustang forward. He passed ahead. That plays deemed onside. The backhand shot. Egan makes the save. The first big test of the game. And the Jets goaltender's up to it. Very close to an offside call there. And the ref said that he just held the line. He was able to stay onside. A great save by Egan to keep it going. Jets keep that puck in. Bose pokes it behind the net. Looks like Mulally, Moore, and Watson now in the forwards. The Mustangs through the neutral zone. Good stick check there by R.J. Hill. Mulally with speed. Over the blue line. Looks to dangle. Successful the first time, not the second time, but does eventually get a shot just wide. Rebound right on the goaltender, able to stick aside. Once again, we see three forwards very low for the Jets. Iannone. He plays it back around. Comes now to the near side. And skirts by Hill. Mustangs have an opportunity there, but a great poke check there. Iannone. Puck goes back on the Mustang stick. The shot! Big save to Egan, and the rebound is clear. Both goaltenders going to make this a show thus far. Here go the Mustangs now. Back in their own end, looking to regroup. Seen a lot more positional play here in this action than we saw in the early parts of Game 2. Iannone back at his own end, plays up the near wall, tries to get to Feather. Iannone back from the defensive end, Feather in the forward role now, centering the line of Carlance and Clausen. Plays back up. Gets the control there, goes to the backhand, looks to shoot, can't pull the trigger yet again. So the Jets have gotten close to low slot pressure, unable to get the shots off. It'll be 2-on-2 back the other way. Quickly a 3-on-2, the Mustangs hurry. But kept him to the outside there. No dangerous scoring chance. That one gets by the defense, and the Jets are on the attack now. Feather with Clausen. Feather can't quite get control. The Mustangs will move it the other way. Good speed thus far here in period number 1. We remain scoreless. Couple of big saves by both goaltenders. And yet another one by Egan as that puck ends up towards the front of the Jets' net. The Mustangs retain control until the Jets are able to clear. It looks like it hit a defensive stick. No, got over, so that'll be icing. It'll head back to the Jets' end. Fast and furious first 4 minutes there. And we are scoreless. See a couple fans in the comments cheering in from the East Coast of the United States. Welcome in. This face-off to the left of Egan, won by the Mustangs, back to the point. Weak shot thrown to the net, that stick to side. To the corner, trying to work it back around. Williams on the back end, able to make it up to the sidewall. Trying to battle out of the zone they come, and Morgan Corsten will chase. Loses his footing, so I'll give the Mustangs a chance to gather without much pressure. Nicolino Johnson tries to change that. 3 forwards in deep there. Now the turnover comes to Williams, but the Jets might want to be careful not to leave too much neutral zone open. But here they have that scoring chance on the right side. Nicolino Johnson tries to work it towards the front, cannot. Williams gets off the half board, shot. Great save there by the goaltender. Might also notice the goaltender catching with the opposite hand for the Mustangs. Sometimes for the forward ranks, it gets a bit difficult. You're so used to the glove being on one side, stick on the other. You get a goaltender that comes the other way. As a forward, you don't want to change your approach. You want to shoot where it's open, but you do understand how it might throw you off when you first start to look up. Great reception there by the Jets to get it out, but unable to gather control. They get a big rush, and Egan will melt that one down. As we are scoreless here in the first period. Justin Mustang, thank you so much for joining us here on YouTube. And good pace thus far with 9:52 left to go in the first. Jets win the draw. Sipu plays it in the corner, behind the net. Throws it up the side now to the right wing wall. Battle there as they try to play it across. The Mustangs gather in the neutral zone. Bit of a collision there right in front of our camera. Looked like Kilpatrick and a Mustang forward collided. And here they come. The Mustangs on the right side. It's Tate Helland with the puck right now. Tries to play it across. Might even try to go to the point. That's intercepted by the Jets, and they could have an opportunity here. Hustling to the loose puck. Trying to get the angle. Throws it from the corner. Cannot get it on net. Defense doesn't pinch. Had a bit of support, but decided it was too risky with the speed. And here's that said speed, but a great poke check there on the defensive end. Plays it ahead now. And the play is deemed offside. I believe that might have been R.J. Hill with the poke check on the near side there. And with 9:02 remaining, we are still scoreless. Jets and Mustang here. The forward line, we have Moore in the draw. Watson to his right. Mullally to his left. But the Mustangs get control. They'll look to come over center and enter the zone on the right side. Switches to his backhand. Try to take it wide. Good poke check there. The Jets trying to remain control. Moore got to stick up, but now gets it back. He's going to rotate it back through the defense and look to break out the other side. Throws it hard off the wall to be sure to get it out. May have been looking for not the near forward, but the streaking forward behind. But instead, the Mustang defense gets it. They'll look to move offside. Not called by the linesman here. Now, there is no review here at the Easton Cup, but that one for certain will be called back. Hopefully, the Jets doesn't cost them. The Mustangs now gather in the corner, but good, solid pressure by the Jets defense to get the puck back. Calm play to the corner. He'll play it to Mullally, who nullifies the stick and just gets it out. So we'll see the Jets will go for a change here as the shift starts to get extended. Played over to the far side and dumped back in. So we're starting to see both teams settle in a bit. Mustangs moving it through the neutral zone. That's played back by Ione. Ione plays it across. Sipu dumps it in. Behind the net, Clausen chasing. Can't get it there, the Mustangs. Played around the other side. Sipu able to hold the line. Throws it back underneath. Feather chasing. Mustangs move it past him. Oh, Ione had just been at the blue line, so he'll have to retrieve it back in the neutral zone. Tried to pass up with Feather. That pass a bit too far. And again, you're really starting to see both these teams kind of settle into their playing style. We're seeing a lot less loosey-goosey hockey and a little bit more systematic play on both ends as the Mustang goalie will melt it down for a faceoff. And this actually could work in the Jets' favor as, the more calm and structured the play is, the more they kind of can rely on their system and really let their athletes go to work. Mustangs win the draw, try to play it across to the slot. It's knocked down. Being not with the high stick. Hill tries to keep it on the line there. Linesman says he does. And the Mustangs will regroup. With speed behind their own net, they'll look to reverse play. Lays it up to the wing. And they'll head to the neutral zone. Puck gets in the back of the skates. Unable to gather it there. It was like Morgan Corson. But now it's the Mustangs the other way. Comes into the high slot. Looks from the right to the left. Goes behind the net. Still no shot. Still holding on to it. Then tries to play it. And that's yet another example. We've seen a player get to the high scoring area and not pull the trigger. The Jets will dump it in just off the side of the net there and go for a change. Miss poke check there. The Mustangs going with good speed there. It's 3-on-3 of those. They're changing behind the play. They're trying to get through Morgan Corson. Great job getting the stick in there. Moving the man from the puck legally. But the puck gets loose now towards the front of the net. You can't do it right in front of the Jets bench. Nicolino Johnson tries to play it along. That'll be a delayed offsides as Hill comes off for the change. It's Kilpatrick now tried to gather it up. He couldn't do so. Big body check at center ice. Laid him right out. A good, solid hit, but the arm goes up from the official, so the Jets will be headed to the penalty kill. The Mustangs now, with control of the puck, goes off the other official, and that's your whistle there. So it'll be our first penalty of the game. Will go against the Jets. And I believe that might have been Lucas Sparizzi headed to the box. We'll get the official call from rink there. And we'll take a look at the time on the clock to see what we're dealing with as the Jets go to the penalty kill. It's a power play, but a little bit too many men on the ice there for the Mustangs. So indeed, it was Sparizzi. 2 minutes for checking. And so we'll see what the Mustangs power play can do. Shot deflected. Oh, off a Jets player on goal. Egan's going to have a little chat about that, sure, during the intermission. But the Mustangs recover, working it down. Low shot. Egan makes a big save and is able to swallow up the rebound. Now, Lucas Egan's been tracking the puck really well throughout the tournament. Not the largest goaltender in the world, but makes himself play big. And that's all you really can ask as a coaching staff is you want your goaltender to always be bigger than they are. Even if it's a 6'6" goaltender, you want them kind of taking up the most you can. 50-50 puck goes back to the Mustangs at the point. That shot is blocking. Perhaps an opportunity there. They can poke it away. Poking it ahead of perhaps a 2-on-1. They stay on side. Here we go. Clausen cannot get it across the feather, but what a play just to get it that deep. Gets the turnover there now. In front. Rebound feather. Oh, and another big save by the Mustangs. So the Jets threatening shorthanded here. We saw them give up 2 shorthanded goals last game and looking to add one of their own. A smart play to dump it in there. So look for a little bit of a change. Clausen on the forecheck. Trying to keep the Mustangs pinned to their own end, keeping them far away from your net and getting a turnover here. Feather now looking in front. Cannot go. Bit of a difficult pass. It was the right-handed shot coming from that right side. But more time ticks away from the Mustang power play. But here they go in, trying to deep. Gets around. Good poke check there by Hill. I believe that was Hill. Apologies if I got that one wrong. Hard to see the defensive changes there, but want to keep our eyes on the action here. Even if they get a bit blurry. The Mustangs moving up. Peeks around one. Actually, right out of his skates there. And now, finally, good tie up there. Looks like Ione trying to make it clear. Cannot. And the Jets swarming on the puck again. So here on the penalty kill, not passive at all. They're really trying to swarm that puck. Give the Mustangs no room to breathe, including right there. Unable to get out of their own zone. The Jets in full flight here. The goaltender is going to give them a little bit of relief by covering that puck. But what an aggressive penalty kill by the Jets thus far. Plenty of action, a couple of scoring chances. You can tell the difference that this is not an early start for this club. This is a 2 p.m. puck drop, like we said, 2:07 officially. And they certainly are showing legs. Face off now in the Mustangs zone. The Jets go forward with it, but the Mustangs recover. behind the net, and they'll look to break up. Long pass to the blue line using the space afforded by the penalty kill. Long shot there, and that's gloved by Egan. You give him a full look at something from that far out, he's going to swallow it up every time. We're back to even strength with 3:54 to go in the first period. Score Jets nothing, Mustangs nothing. Once again, the face-off to Egan's left. Helland in for the draw for the Mustangs. Wins it back. Shot from the point, blocked by Mullally. Rebound goes right to the Mustangs, though. Shot blocked in front again. So add 2 blocks to the Jets' defensive stats. Good deke there. They stay on side. They got a 3-on-1 developing. Trying to get it across the backhand shot. Rebound. Swallowed up. That looked like Watson coming in on the right side. Had more in the center. Mullally on the left. But through a nice backhand. Might have saw a bit of a switch. It looks like that could have also been Sipu. But a great job just getting on the net, not overthinking it. Sometimes you see at this level when you get the open space, tend to go for a little bit too much of a dangle. And that play, I believe, is going to be offside. They're on a delay, so the Mustangs get a free break here as they look to move up. Right in front of our camera vantage point here. Across the zone, can't get through the stick checking of the Jets. Jets trying to stay in a lot of passing lanes and making sure to disrupt the puck without taking a tripping call or anything like that. Only call of the day so far is for body checking. So even though they've had active sticks, they've stayed out of the penalty box. The Mustangs, partner to partner. Trying to dump it in. Doesn't go further than the top of the circle, and that's cleared out. Don't believe that hit a stick, so that's going to be icing on the Jets. So nothing, our score, but solid action on both sides. So get down within the final 3 minutes here. Face-off coming to Egan's right. Official lines him up. And the rubber hits the ice, and it goes 50-50 puck there. Jets have a chance to swarm and clear if they can. A little bit of a stumble there. Looked like Nicolino Johnson lost the footing. And the Mustangs looking to take advantage. Williams now plays it to the corner. Nicolino Johnson plays it just out. Chasing after that loose puck are the Jets with great speed now. It's Morgan Corson in the corner. Plays back around. Nicolino Johnson. Can't go much further there. Morgan Corson, 4 names of support for the Jets there, but the Mustangs get the puck and ice it. This Nicolino Johnson, Morgan Corson, Weingartner line has really been supporting themselves well. Now we're going to see Feather, Harlance, and Clausen come out on the forward ranks. Feather, the righty, will probably look to win this on the backhand here. And it looks like Ione and it could be Williams on the other side. We'll try to get the full number there, but it's in the slot now. Shot, save, Mustangs. Rebound, another one. Feather tries to poke it home, but it's gobbled up. Both goaltenders have not really given up any real juicy rebounds, but they are there, and we'll see how this game goes on. If one just sneaks out a bit too far, neither of these teams to be opportunistic enough to get it. Goaltender says, try it again. Didn't like it. Face off. Once again, it looks like Coach Hill's going to switch up the defense. And it looks like Hill and Lacken on the defensive side. Once again, 5 defensemen for the Jets. Goes up Feather, tries to poke it ahead, can't get there. The Mustangs defenseman pulls in with good speed on the left-hand side. But poke checked there by Lacken. Behind the net. Hill stays in front. Lacken goes in pursuit. Feather on support there. And the Jets come away with the puck. Looking for the outman pass. There it is. Carlance with Clausen. Tries to go through. Squeeze and hit there. They're going to call that a body check, or they call it incidental contact. I think that's the right call there. They established position. Hockey is a collision sport, no matter what USA Hockey tries to say. Lacken now. Behind his own net. A little bit of a risky play. Plays off the back of the net. That's going to be a scoring chance for the Mustangs. And they cannot capitalize. Do not think it was an intentional play on the back of the net. Looked like he was trying to clear it just around, hit the back of the net, end up in a beauty of a scoring chance. Player down for the Mustangs. Bit of an awkward fall, slow to get up. that collision with Feather, I believe. He's going to skate straight to the bench. Harder to do than it is for him to stay. But here come the Jets the other way. A 2-on-1 developing. Someone coming off the change right there. Poked away. Jets good support afterwards. Shot from the high slot. Stayed. Rebound is loose. Feather poking at it. Does not go. Unbelievable play by the Mustang goaltender there. The initial 2-on-1 came together. We saw that late change from the injured player. Made it kind of a 2-on-2, but the Jets with good third-man high support got a shot. And once again, the rebound just doesn't go far enough to end up with enough room for a scoring chance. Kept in there by Williams. Holds the line, fires in. That's knocked down in front by the Mustang goaltender. Backhands through the neutral zone. Look at the group official. A little bit in the way, affecting play. At the blue line, that's poked. Mustangs now in their own end. Look through the neutral zone. The Jets recovering. A little bit of hot potato now with the puck for both teams. Coming across. Parisi now. Over the other side. Looks like Bose. Bose behind the net. Trying to work it back around. Still working the corner. Back to the point, Chaput. Sipu. A little bit of laggy feed there. We'll try to keep up the action as best we can. You see now the puck in the top of the circle. Mustangs will get a clear, and that'll do it for the first period. Nothing our score, but plenty of action here in the first 15 minutes. And it is scoreless right now. You're watching Jets Hockey on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us here back in our Canadian broadcast studio. I am Shawnee Hill. Thank you so much for joining. Back and forth action there in period number one, but neither team able to pot one home. Both goaltenders have been pretty sound when it comes to rebound control, but you know the coaches are going to make sure that they're trying to keep players out of the high danger opportunities, those high traffic areas. And we take a look at the Jets bench now, and you see Coach Hill probably discussing some of those things, but you look over just to the left there, Lucas Egan. Been a strong performer in game number one and has followed up with a pretty solid performance here in game number two as well. He faced 10 shots in total, made all of those. The Jets put up 13 shots there in the first period. And shot total is pretty good on both sides, as you saw. But, you know, here you want to continue the pressure. You want to keep those legs moving. But the second period is where the Jets struggled in game number two, which ended up in a kind of a lopsided defeat there. So I think it's important for the Jets here in period number two to come out strong. And if they get that opening marker, they can get that first tally on the board, that's going to do a lot to get them going and rolling all the way through. Once again, if you're just joining us here on the YouTube broadcast, please drop a comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from and which player or team you might be rooting for. We shall see what the second period comes, but I definitely want to see what you are bringing out there as well. Opening faceoff here for period number two. Faceoff's pretty even thus far. The Mustangs with 8 victories, the Jets to 6, and put the Jets get control of that one, so they'll make it 8-7 for the faceoff there. Mullally in the corner is looking. Ione fires it in. That's knocked down by the Mustang defenseman in front, and he'll look to move up. 3-on-2 with the Jets getting back strong. Poked aside to the far winger. In the corner, looks to reverse. Reverses again. Still has the puck. Works out, looking for space behind the net. They're going to try to open that plate in the slot. Doesn't go, but staying at the point. Shot. Not enough on it. Mullally able to keep it in. Blocked to the corner. Mustangs remain in control. Shot in front, even with a big save. Couple loose forwards there from the Jets. Mustangs attacking. Egan, another save. Egan, cannot get the last one. That one's going to deflect and go in. So there you go. The first goal of the game goes to the Mustangs. A couple of loose rebounds there. You saw a couple of unmarked checks there for the Jets. Left a player wide open. We'll try to see exactly who gets the tally there. But unfortunately for the Jets, their second period woes continue here in the early going. The Mustangs now in over the line again. Very close on there. And it looks like that was Josh Cocking with the goal. Number 92. For the Mustangs. Hard to tell the assist on that one, kind of rattling around. Even got his hands on a couple pucks there. And it had to be just a little over a minute in, I'd say. As we'll take a look at the score clock here to get us reset now. So it is 1-0. At 13:43 remaining here in the first period. So the Mustangs with a 1-0 lead. Obviously, as expected, a lot of Jets fans in the chat. And they're hoping they can see the squad in the dark black come back. It looks like we're going to have a penalty there in the neutral zone as a couple players got tied together. We'll see which way this call goes. The Jets look like they had the puck, so I think it's going to go against them, but bit of just a collision right there. I'm guessing it's going to be a body check call on Morgan Corson. So we'll head to the power play. The Mustangs will. Now, the last power play, Mustangs 0 for 1 thus far. In the last power play, the Jets' strong, shorthanded pressure actually got a couple of scoring chances. And the Jets win the draw and are able to clear, so the Mustangs will have to go back and regroup. Goal scorer, Josh Cocking, plays it ahead. Back in the neutral zone we go. Jets continuing with sustained pressure here on the penalty kill. Played back, and Feather gets a hold of that loose puck. Rag for a bit, look to create some space, maybe look to create an opportunity. Cross the blue line, but they go offside. Good head of steam there from the Jets forward, but just offside. Perhaps expecting a dump in from that sort of positioning there on the penalty kill. So the face-off will come right in front of the Jets bench, excuse me. 1-0 our score. Mustangs on the power play. They're 0 for 1 thus far. Going no ice on that one. The Jets will look to clear it out. Oh, bad hit off the stanchion there. It's a little bit of a bad break for the Jets. They're able to recover. Let's see if they get the clear off of this stanchion. And Clausen will go and hammer it all the way along. Good pressure there on the forecheck. Able to get to the loose puck. They'll try to get in the front on the backhand. Short-handed scoring chance cannot go. Jets swarming now. They're down a player, but looks like Ione in the corner there. Out in the slot. A high slot shot off the goalie's glove and wide. Oh my, that close to evening the score on the penalty kill. Comes back the other way. Ione stops, tries to get it there. It's played around. Now 2 Jets players can be caught. Hits a rut in the ice. That could be a break for the Jets as the Mustangs have an extra advantage here coming along. Plays it ahead, poked aside. Finally, that Jets player is able to get back in the picture there. Just in time for them to move up. Pass goes off escape. The Jets could have numbers here if they hurry and stay on side. On the far side, shooting from the corner, trying to get it on net. Doesn't go. They're trying to move along. He's going to come onto the high slot. High scoring opportunity there. He deeps, he looks, he shoots, he scores! The Jets! Short-handed, take flight and even the score at 1. We talked about the pressure from the Jets on the penalty kill, and they turn it into the equalizer. The strong forecheck causes the turnover. And that's right after the Mustangs had a really long stretch there. We're going to try to get the official number on the goal there. Definitely saw the it looks like they're going to give it to Clausen there. I think it was either Kilpatrick or Sparizzi also on the forecheck there. Definitely a team effort as the Jets are back to even strength. So our report from the rink is Clausen's getting credited with the goal. And pure hustle from the Jets turns into a goal. For the Mustangs now, threatening again as they hold it in. Trying to work around Ione. Plays off the board for himself. Back around the net now. Ione can't hit the bouncing puck. Mustangs gain control. They'll try to get the cycle game going. Towards the slot, nobody there but black jerseys. The Jets tied this game at 1. That goal coming at 3:12 in the second period. Still plenty of time left on the clock to go under 10:40. Over to the far side now. Gets with a shot. Deflected in front. Didn't get all the way to the goaltender. And perhaps even just a piece as the stick was deflecting that there. Goes back around in the corner. Good pressure. The Mustangs have some numbers. Look to play off the boards and out. Holds it for a bit longer. Finds a good pass opportunity. Great play there. As he gets to the Galvin Plumpley. Plumpley will play it in. Both teams changing personnel. See the Mustangs change right in front of you as they're going to get the turnover now. For the Jets coming back. You really see the energy level after that shorthanded goal from both teams, really. And a little chippiness as well. Perhaps a little puck don't lie as there's a neutral collision. The Jets end up scoring shorthanded. Here come the Mustangs the other way. Have a headman pass. Over the line they go. Support comes in the slot. The shot. Egan can't get a glove on it, but is in good position. Nowhere to get but wide. On the near sideboard now. With speed. Right there, that looks like Moore. Van Moore can't play it in deeper. Back and forth we go. Fakes the slap shot. There was a weak one at the net. That's saved. Towards the front, knocked away from Jets. Oh, played it back to the Mustang player. Great stick there by Egan to help out his own cause. It hit right behind the net. They look to get it towards the slot. Work it up now. And the loose puck, it's Morali. He's got a head of steam. Can he get his shoulder down? Great poke check there by the Mustangs defender to keep this tied at 1. Ref, tell him to move it. Tell him to keep it loose. And the arm goes up. I think we're going to call it here against the Jets. We'll see what this ends up being. There goes the whistle. Coming out of that scrum, they're going to call roughing. And we'll see exactly who gets the call there. I believe that is Moore, 73. So perhaps a little bit of jawing. We'll take a look at the time on the clock here to see how much time is left in the period and for the power play here as the Mustangs 0 for 2. 8:48 left to go. 0 for 2 and have given up a shorthanded goal on the power play thus far. So not what you want to do if you're the Jets, take penalties, run in the box, but so far shorthanded hasn't really been too much of a disadvantage for them. However, when you take a call like this, a roughing call, perhaps an undisciplined penalty, we couldn't see exactly what happened in the corner there. Sometimes that motivates another team to get it and going if you take a penalty, kind of a little extracurricular there. And speak of the speed here, Mustang goes, he deeks, he shoots just wide of the net. Even with a good angle there to give him nothing to shoot at. Good collision there. Nicolino Johnson falls to the ice. But the Jets do get the puck. Nicolino Johnson tries to get it, blocks the shot. In front, wide open, they score. Unfortunate bounce for the Jets. And it'll be a power play goal. So the roughing penalty to Moore, unfortunately, does haunt the Jets here. As Mustangs take a 2-1 lead. And you saw that shot come from the point. Egan in great position. And it just bounced to the open goal scorer there, who was able to ram it home to the up and net. Nothing the goaltender can do there. And it was Colton Shaston that got the shot on net. And Dylan Foucher, the recipient of a gift there, as the puck ended up laying right at his feet with Egan down trying to look through the screen. So 2-1 our scores and what's been quite an exciting second period here of the 2021 Easton Cup. For all the Jets fans out there, they're hoping they can get that one back, and they're pressuring now. Behind the net. Stops, looks, tries to work it around the other side. 3 forwards low for the Jets. That's going to be an easy breakout for the Mustangs. You definitely want puck pressure, but I'm sure Coach Hill and the coaching staff there would love to see that third forward just be a little bit higher, not get sucked in behind the goal line. Makes it a bit harder to jump up the neutral zone and a bit harder to back check as well. But now they're going to go back on the attack here. Just below our broadcast angle, it looks like Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick tries to overcoat the front. A little bit of the boot, but can't get the shot off. Looks like it was Sparisi who had that puck in front. But now the Mustangs 2-on-1 developing, but a great risky poke check there. But the play was made by the Jets defender. On the attack, it's Kilpatrick. Pounds the puck, is able to get it loose. Tries to play it towards slot, it's loose. Sipu tries to pitch in. Forces the Mustangs to make a play. That'll be a delayed offside. Comes back in the neutral zone. Right in front of our camera vantage point there. John doing a great job trying to get the action. No further off focus for a moment. And now we're back in focus. Bo's on the play there. Just stick aside. Goes back to the point. Risky pass there. It's intercepted. Sipu trying to catch up to knock down the defender. Great defensive play by number 4 for the Jets. Oh my, Noah Sipu getting back and disrupting an opportunity for a shot to come on goal. Back the other way. Tries to go short side, save with the Mustangs. The rebound does not go. Back to the point. Hill. Looks like shot goes through. Save the rebound. And the Mustang goalie is able to cover it up. Little bit of a quick whistle on that one. Don't know if the goaltender just threw it kind of right out there or if it was a quick whistle. But look at that puck wasn't quite entirely covered. We have Feather, Carlance, and Clausen now coming out for this draw. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to need one more skater out there, Coach. We go with, looks like 6:15 remaining there on the clock. The Jets behind their own net. Looking to break out. Mustangs pressuring. Good job of the winger there. Gets it up to Feather. Feather's going in 2-on-1 if they can stay onside. Feather with the puck. Backhand across. The shot! Oh, big save of the Mustang goaltender. Great lateral movement to stop a dangerous scoring chance for the Jets. The equalizer was right there, but could not knock it home. They get the rebound, though, or get the loose puck, come around. The wraparound attempt does not go. Ooh, right in front of his net. Jets stick able to poke that away. Feather now throws it on net. Clausen tries to get the rebound, cannot. Carlance gives it a poke. Well, the Mustangs will get it and come out the other way. Through the neutral zone they go. Towards the slot. Working towards Egan's left. That's poked away. Right at the fence's end. Ione with speed. He's tripped up. The arm goes, and the Jets will head to the power play. So with our score 2-1, the tripping call is going to put the Mustangs short-handed. And with 5:16 to go, a huge 2-minute opportunity here for the Jets. The Mustangs were able to capitalize on their last power play opportunity. Bit of a bouncing puck. And again, unlike the NHL, this face-off is not default in the offensive zone for the Jets, even though they're going to go on the power play as Morgan Corson steps in to take the draw. But it's wherever that last whistle is. But for this instance, it works out for the Jets. Latkin can't keep it in as it skirts on by, and the Jets will have to reset. So why Bodie in the box for tripping for the Mustangs, and the Jets are going to look to get their power play going. Special teams been a bit of an interesting display, and I think that one is not called for offside. Lacking gets in, dinks, and scores! Oh my! They were able to keep the foot on the line. It seems a very close call, and I think the Mustangs, much like myself, thought the whistle was going to go there. Instead, Brody Latkin sticks with the puck, a little shimmy, a little shake, and the goal light goes on. We're tied at 2 here in the second period. So a power play goal for the Jets. Brody Latkin. It's going to go down as unassisted. As he picked up that puck in the neutral zone, was poked away a couple of times. But we are tied at 2 here in the second. So a power play goal evens this game. And the Jets looking for more in front of their net there. Strong back check there by Bose. Back to Ione. Works it back around the Bose. Backhands ahead. Over to the other side now. Ione. Into the center. Mullally will play it in deep. And they'll go chase. This Ione in the corner. Looks to play it on front. Had 2 Jets players there, but unable to find them. Still in the Jets' favor. Now the Mustangs will loop back. Back checking forward, able to get ahead. Has some room to go here as the defense was in tight, but can't get to the front of the net. Strong play by Mullally there to to seal off the edge. Egan posts away, loose puck in front, the rebound, they score! Oh my, once again, the Jets, victims of a bad bounce. After the play to keep it in the corner, a little pile up behind the net, ends up out in front. The loose puck, Egan makes a poke check, but unfortunately went right back to the Mustang forward there, who was able to put it home. Colton Sheston just didn't give up on the play, and as Egan looked to poke that away, just couldn't poke it far enough, and that makes it 3-2. But soon after the Jets equal, the Mustangs take the lead again, with the Jets back on the attack. The Mustangs now through the neutral zone. Interesting way to stay onside. We'll take it. Waits for his mates to clear. Tries to get it in deep. Strong pressure and a clear there by the Jets, and they'll go in flight now the other way. With speed through the neutral zone. Trying to work towards the center. Good poke check. That's what they play outside, but they dump it in. Once they tag up, they're clear. Weingartner is pressuring there. Now goes behind the net. So the Mustangs will get it. Suku falls, loses balance, gets a good stick there to keep it going. Morgan Corson peeks around a player but can't regain. Back the other way now. Good stick check there by Morgan Corson. Jets look to play it up. Can't get it by the linesman, I believe. The Mustangs now with a scoring chance. High slot. That'll be stick to side. Won't go to the shot in the books. And they'll play up the near wall. Oh, was looking for a pass there, but instead it goes right for the defenseman. The shot saved Egan. Rebound. Egan with another one. A third one in there as well. Lucas Egan Strong's had a couple of bad bounces going his way. Those bounces do go his way. And the Jets will look to move back up the other side. Fired in deep by Nicolino Johnson. And they'll change. Mustangs now. Oh, a turnover right at the blue line. Held in. Makes it deep. Looks to go to the backhand. He digs. Cannot. Good poke check there. Rebound doesn't go. Not sure if a shot made it through there. No poke check on the first one. But it looks like the rebound might have been stick aside by the defender as well. Along with good goaltending, we've seen some great stick checking. And the Jets will look to do some there. The puck stays in skates, trying to get through. Back in that near corner, been a popular spot for both of these teams. Jets look to play out. That's kept in. Good hold by the defenseman there. To the backhand. Surveys. Looks. Skates. Waits. Looks again. Shot blocked in front. The Jets looking in transition. Good speed to the neutral zone. It's Lacken. Has the second goal for the Jets. Makes it deep, but lost it. In skates now. Feather looking for it. Lacken gets it again. Bit of a foot race because we go back the other way. Good support by R.J. Hill to poke that away. And Lacken, who's certainly getting his miles in on the skate counter today. As he recovers his own end, looks to pass out. Great pass to Feather, but couldn't get it in time. That's going to come out to the neutral zone. No whistle there as they didn't touch it, so it's just a delay offsides. Here come the Mustangs the other way. Over the blue line. Deeps. Poke checked away by Ione. Recovers. Tries to get in the slot. Nothing there. Feather will get it. Feather plays to the corner. In the center of Ione. 2-on-1 developing. Ione comes in. Right-hand shot. Comes to the forehand. To the left. Tries to get it. Shoots off the side of the net. Tried to go short side. Rebound comes back in the slot. There's one shot. Two shots. And they score! The pressure doesn't stop from the Jets. They tie this game at 3 late in the second. With under a minute to go, the Jets get their third one on the board. Relentless pressure from the Jets. Ione coming in, try to go short side. It went off the side of the net there. They recovered from the corner, work it back in front, get a good rebound opportunity, and tie this game at 3. Bit of gamesmanship from both coaches here. Yeah, they're going to kick the center out of the draw on that one. So it looked like it was Caleb Carlance got the goal there. Bam Moore gets an assist on there. Ione, who got that play started, doesn't get on the score sheet, but certainly effective on that play. Again, we're under a minute left to go here, so the Jets trying to hold on to make sure they can keep this a 3-3 game going into the third. In the corner now, shot on goal. Just goes wide. Mustangs back to the point. Works it down low on the near side, intercepted by the Jets. Looking just to try to get a clear here. Plays it all the way down. This may go for icing. And so we'll see how much time's left. 14 seconds, I believe. And now defensive zone draw for the Jets. Looks like Coach Hill's going to send Kilpatrick out to try to win this draw. And this is going to be a big face-off here. You don't want to give up a late scoring chance, perhaps any sort of momentum for the Mustangs. And Kilpatrick is able to win it. They're just going to bury it in the corner and try to hold on. Now, this is when it gets a little dicey. This is when you tend to see some penalties rack up here. It's a little bit of a rugby scrum in the corner. They're holding, pitchforking, and there goes the buzzer. So 3-3, the score after 2 periods of play. Back and forth action here at the 2021 Easton Cup. And thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. Once again, you are watching Jets hockey. Third period action coming up in just a moment. Back now live in our Canadian broadcast studios. Thank you so much for joining us here as we get set for the third period of what's been a pretty intense game. 3-3 our score. And to give you a little idea of how important this game is, we'll take a look at the Jets scores from earlier in the day. They lost 7-2. Day one, 3-1. So they come into this game at 1-1. And the Mustangs come in as 1-0-1. So as we take a look at the standings, you'll see how pivotal a game this is going to be, because this could decide who takes the pool here. And obviously being top of the pool is the best opportunity to get into the playoff rounds and hopefully bring home a nifty little trophy from the Easton Cup. Shots thus far, we have the Jets with 23, the Mustangs with 15. So the Jets out shooting the Mustangs. And a lot of couple of key rebounds. In fact, 2 of the Mustang goals, tremendous team efforts from the Mustang, but really the beneficiary of some key bounces there. So as we get back towards center here, we're underway in the third period. Once again, our score 3-3. Thank you so much for joining us here in third period action of the 2021 Easton Cup. The Mustangs in green, the Jets in black. Mustangs going from left to right on your broadcast screen. Kilpatrick trying to work it into the zone. Looking for some support from Sparizzi. And it's played across there. The Mustangs going to try to clear. Kilpatrick keeps it in. Trying to play along. They work it through skates. Sparizzi tries to dangle. Can't make it to go. And I believe there might be a call right here in the center. An interference call. I think this is going to go against the Mustangs. Yes, it was towards the top of your screen there. Saw a bit of a collision. And saw a player hit the ice there. And the interference call is now going to give the Jets a power play within the first minute here of the third. So an excellent opportunity for the Jets to take the lead. Kilpatrick settles in on the draw, wins it back. Plays it over to the right wing side. The shot rebounds right there. Can't lose it. They slam it home. The power play strikes quick. Oh, my. Like a jet taking off from an aircraft carrier. The afterburners went on, and the Jets take the lead now 4-3 over the Mustangs. It's a power play goal. The call was interference on number 2, Jack Sager. And we'll try to get the goal scorer there. There's a bunch of people banging around. I know Kilpatrick was in there. Ione was close. We'll wait for the official score inside, but regardless, we do know it is a 4-3 game. So we'll take a look now. Believe it might have been Sparizzi from Kilpatrick. Right now, our official scorer has 21 from 23, but looking at the roster there, one of those numbers doesn't fit. But we'll check it a bit later. We'll get our official score on it as well. Looks backhand, forehand, another opportunity. Camera's out of focus, but Egan was focused in on the puck and keeps it out. 4-3 our score once again. The Jets threatening. They've trailed multiple times in this game. And in fact, we take their first lead of the game here in the third. And I don't know the Jets will be quite content just to hold on to a one-goal lead. I think they're going to look to try to add more as we see through the speed through the neutral zone. Nicolino Johnson gets to the forehand. The shot! Big save there by the goaltender. Tried to beat him 5-hole. Was able to close the legs just in time. And that will go for icing. So not even 2 minutes into the period now. And the Jets are going to offensive zone draw to the goaltender's right. It's like Sipu and Hill on the defensive end. Feather, Clawson, and Carlance up front. Puck battles around in the circle. The Jets do keep it in. No, they're going to call it offside. Just came out of the zone. I think that's the proper call there. Mustangs now. Play it back in to the Jets end. The Jets will look to regroup. Hill flipped it ahead. Bit too much steam on that. Clausen couldn't recover. Hill back, rolling puck, plays it. It's a great pass to Clausen right there, and they'll move up. Clausen deep to the side. The lefty will dump it in deep, and the Jets will go chase. Clausen first on it, looking to poke it aside. Gets it, but loses his footing. No call there. They were looking for a trip. Feather now. Feather in front. He shoots off the post with the shot. Oh, Caleb Carlance had a wide open opportunity, but found iron. The Jets now scoring yet again. The Mustangs pinned in their own end. Once again, I see 3 forwards very low for the Jets. Back up to the point. Fired on the side. Ione on now. He'll pinch in. Behind the net. On the backhand. Looks, surveys. Back to the defensive partner. Fires from up high. Can't get deflected in front. Goes high and wide. The Mustangs now on the near side. Trying to play it ahead. There's some contact there. Goes to the Jets. The Jets have a 2-on-1 down low. Can they work towards the slot? Cannot block behind the net. Still in control. Trying to play it up around the side. Cannot. So a couple of bouncing pucks and a couple of close calls there. The officials perhaps will see if they're going to pack their whistles away for the rest of the third period here. Jets going back in. The drop pass, the big shot does not go. Trying to keep it in there is more. Jets going for a change. Doesn't see the pucks right there. Creates an interesting situation. They avoid the too many men. Carlance now at the end of his chip. Comes in over the blue line. Has more with him. They try to get in front. Cannot. The Mustangs now. They'll look to clear. Gets by the stick check there. He's got ice in front of him. But also a bunch of black jerseys. They'll just feather it into the corner. The Jets will chain there. Looking to move up. Gets the wheels churning as they come through the neutral zone. Probably looking to complete a change. You see the far winger go off there. The big line clapper goes off the pad there. Shots ramping up here. Malali unable to keep pace as the Mustang forward goes through. Deeks through another, then poked away to the corner. Another juke. Wide open man high at the point. The shot goes through, gets deflected, but Egan's right on it. Great job looking through the mass of bodies and the deflected puck there and is able to keep it out. We talked about the size, not an overly big goaltender, but certainly coming up large there. The Jets win the draw. Back behind the net it goes. The Mustangs get control. Back up to the point. Shot, deflect once, twice. Covered there by Egan. Rebound is loose. No whistle just yet. Egan's able to cover up that one. Interesting there as we saw a quick whistle a bit earlier. Thought Egan had that one covered. Obviously, the vantage point we have, not as good as the official up close. But here in the third period, an opportunity like that could really swing this game one way or another. Got to tie up 6. Another shot from the point goes by. Ooh, just past the deflection point there. The Jets look to move up the far wall. Towards the center it goes. 2-on-1 developing with Kilpatrick and Caprese. Kilpatrick goes into the net. Caprese goes to the front. Can't get it. Bows on it now. They throw it behind the net. Mustangs look to move up. Good strong pressure there at the top of the zone. Another rugby scrum. Big dive there to try to keep it in as the Jets love to keep the puck pinned down in the Mustang zone. Like off the side, the D-man's going to skate it up. Both D squads very active, both these clubs. Tries to work all the way through, doesn't take a shot. And of course, they're going to clear the porch right there. The Jets showing no mercy. 9:12 remaining. 4-3 our score. Thank you so much for joining in here on YouTube as we bring you Pool A action between the Jets and the Mustangs. Mustangs win the draw over to the side, loosen the slot, goes back behind. Hill plays it up, that's turnover. Deflection in front, Egan will swallow up that one. And you see there's got to be some conversation or some loose stick work there. The Jets, after every whistle, making sure that no one is on top of their goaltender. We did see a roughing call earlier in the game, so you want to make sure you don't go over the line. You want to protect your goaltender. You want to keep that net front presence clear, but cannot afford to take a trip to the box this late in the game. Weingartner able to clear. The Mustangs had the puck. Block shot back in the slot high again through traffic. And it gets sticked aside. On the near side here now. Weingartner got caught in the rut of the ice there. Tough play for the forward. He might have gotten nicked up there as it looks like he's favoring his shoulder a bit. He has the puck now, skates ahead. Go over the red line, chips it ahead. Leads to Nicolino Johnson. They hold in there at the line. Weingartner there again, strong play, but it goes sneak through. The Mustangs do it the other way. They stay on side. Dangle once, dangle twice, and a weak shot gets blocked. In the near side corner, looking for that slot presence. Both teams have always had a man on the slot pretty much all game. Defenseman falls on the back end. This is going to be an opportunity for the Jets. The second man coming has him in front towards the slot. The pass, he shoots. What a save! Oh, Mustang goaltender. A little right-handed robbery. We talked earlier in the game how he has the glove on the opposite hand as most traditional goaltenders there. Did he put it in action? A tremendous save on a wide open opportunity in front. That keeps it a 1-goal game. Mark that one down. That's going to be a key moment. A glorious opportunity for the Jets, unable to slam it home. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout from the Jets here. So the Jets will take their timeout. And while we're in timeout here, I want to run again the Jets' earlier matchup against Game 7 Edge. They lost 7-2. The first day of the tournament, 3-1 victory over Hometown Hockey. As the standings play out now, the reason this game is so important is the Mustangs in their matchup against Hometown Hockey actually tied. So they have a win in the tie. They sit at 3 points at the top of the pool. The Jets are tied at second with Edge. So obviously Edge has the head-to-head matchup, but with 2 points each. So the winner of this game sits in a amazing position at the top of the pool, which is going to be incredibly important for seeding and for the rounds as well. And a nice overhead shot here of the Jets bench as they got the lead. They trailed several times in this game. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, 4-3 is actually their first lead of the entire game here. So you see Coach Hill going over the strategy, and you got to think at this point, you still want to keep your foot on the gas a bit. You don't want to forego the offense for the sake of defense, but you have to make sure to keep it forward high and keep those legs churning. The team that skates the best here in the final 7:49 is going to come away with the victory, regardless of what the scoreboard says. If the Mustangs get it in gear and their legs are moving, they're churning, they start really pressuring Egan on the backside there. This could be trouble for the Jets. But 4-3 our score. Face-off won by the Mustangs. Played back down in front of the Jets bench. Looking to take their time. Ione circles. Hesitates again. Still has the puck. Waits. Stops. Shoots it across. And they're going to call offside on that one, I believe. I believe when it hit the puck as he turned around backwards. Wasn't able to keep his feet straight. So that face-off is going to come back in front of the Jets bench. And it'll be Feather on the draw. Feather, Carlance, and Clausen had a couple of good scoring opportunities. Hit a post. A couple of juicy rebounds. The Mustangs now looking for a rebound on their own. They shoot in. Oh, and it goes in. It might have deflected in front. But the Feather line that had been so great, unfortunately, is out there for a goal against. And we are tied at 4. Buckle up here in Pool A play. This one's going to go down to the wire. With 7:23 remaining, we're tied at 4. The Jets took the timeout, looked to lock things down. We saw a little bit of a slower breakout, but an offside call after a long pass. Here's an opportunity. But here we come the other way. Mullally with a shot after a deke. And a big save on the Mustang goaltender. Colton Shaston gets another one, the 4th one for the Mustangs. 4-4 our score. Mullally had the last scoring chance there for the Jets. That one's lifted high and out of the zone. The Jets go back to their own end to regroup. Mullally looking to play it ahead. Moore's in there. Shaston been the goal scorer for the Mustangs. Like I said, Mullally intercepts the pass through the neutral zone, trying to get the big wheels going. Moore will further it along. Behind the net, Jets looking to pressure, trying to intercept that pass, and it goes by everybody up to a wide open point, and it's an easy out for the Mustangs. Shaston again with speed. He's had the hot hand for the Green squad. In the corner, working on Ione. Ione and Shaston. Shaston comes away with the puck. Tries to wrap around. Holds onto it. Back now to the point. Top of the circles. The shot in front. Deflected. Egan makes the save. Egan falling backwards while making that save. Not sure there's a little contact in front. So the goaltender able to make the save and keep this one tied. Colton Shaston for the Mustangs has been wreaking a whole lot of havoc for the Jets. But able to survive that one. Jets looking to move up, poke checked away, and they're going to have numbers immediately. 3-on-2, but they all clump together. It makes an easy play for the Jets defense. They're going to try to move up on their own. Tiny bit of hot potato here in the neutral zone. Works it back around. And the Mustangs will regroup. Back and forth action, couple of lead changes, a lot of tie action. And the special teams have also played a role. Jets with a power play and a shorthanded goal in this game. And that one's going to be offside as they try to stick it along. So just about everything you could want in a hockey game we're having here for game number 3 for the Jets. Second game of the day. And much different than their earlier puck drop. We heard a lot from some of the Jets faithful and the coaching staff. This team doesn't get it going in the morning. They're getting it going in the afternoon right now. That shot from afar almost snuck through. Goaltender took a look behind him to make sure he had it. Indeed, he does, and it'll be a face-off off to his left. I believe that's Gavin Waka in goal. We'll try to check the number for the green goaltender there. I want to be sure to give the Tendy credit. It's been a strong performance. Real goaltender battle, even a 4-4 score. Mustangs getting pinned to their own zone now. The Jets get their loose puck there on the backhand, trying to work out of the corner. Circles back the other way. He looks, throws it behind. Nicolino Johnson on the pressure there. Looking like it might have some line juggling there. We'll try to see. I wasn't sure that was Weingartner who had been on that line. See Morgan Corson out there as Egan makes another big save. Indeed, was Weingartner on the side there, so Coach Hill's not juggled the lines in any sort of sense. Egan's going to cover that one up as they were trying just to whack it through from the side of the net. So it's going to be Feather, Carlance, and Clausen coming out now. Now, they've had a strong game. They were on for the last goal again, so hopefully they're motivated enough to try to dig out from the defensive zone faceoff here and get some offensive zone pressure. Draw goes to the slot. Egan will play it away. On the backhand, trying to kick along in front of the snow, in front of the benches there. It's turned over. Mustangs 2-on-1 down low towards the slot, but can't receive the pass. Goes by without a threat. 2-on-1 in front again. The Jets starting to scramble a bit. Puck chase. Played up. It's Carlance. Carlance trying to go. It's back to Feather. Risky pass there. They do get it out of the zone. Had momentum going forward instead of skating. Trying to pass it back to the attacking forward. Leaves his feet to make the poke check. They're going to call a trip there. Oh, the Jets do not like the call, but when you leave your feet in that sort of situation, you open up the opportunity for the official to make the call, and that's exactly what they do. So Caleb Carlance heads to the box. Leave Caleb Carlance. Let's see. Is there another on the box? Let's wait for the official call here with 4:26 remaining. It might have been Carlance to the bench there. Hard angle there. It was Lloyd Williams with the trip there. Carlance just headed to the bench. My apologies on that one. But it'll be another penalty kill for the Jets here with 4:18 remaining. Mustangs in front, wide open. Egan with a big save. The loose puck bounced right to the slot. It's going to go all the way back in on Gavin Wanka, who indeed is the Mustang goaltender in this game. 4-4 our score. Jets on the penalty kill. Jets have a short-handed goal and have been very aggressive on the PK. You see they get the turnover there. Back to Ione. He'll rag for a bit, waste off a couple of seconds, but then probably look to go to the attack. We've seen all tournament. It's actually Brody Feather, excuse me. Also the yellow helmet. Feather through, deep, goes, it scores! Brody Feather says, oh, you'll know my name now, sir. A short-handed goal. Picked up the puck in his own end. Wasted some time skating through. Gathered a head of steam. A couple of dangles. And beats the goaltender. It is 5-4. A huge goal for the Jets. Unbelievable play there by Brody Feather. You have Feather and Ione both with the yellow helmets there. In fact, I think they're both out there at the same time. Ione was playing forward a bit earlier in the tournament, played back in today. Feather on the back end switched up forward. In this situation, both out for the PK. I assumed it was the defense based on where we are. It looks like a stick caught up high here, and we're going to have a slashing call on the Mustangs. This is going to give us 4-on-4 play. And we'll take a look at the time on the clock to see just how even we're going to be here. So with 3:30 remaining, looks like 1:05 remaining on the call. So we're going to have some 4-on-4 play. Now, it's a lot of open ice. So if you're the Jets, you want to make sure that you're still playing sound hockey. But if you can get those wheels going, an offensive opportunity as well. The Jets now looking to move up. It's Clausen. Clausen will play it in deeper. And is able to get an offensive zone draw. As Wanka will save it there. So 4-on-4 action, 5-4 our score. Tate Helen head of the box for slashing. We got 4-on-4 play. Looks like Feather. And lacking on the defense, Clausen. And it might be Bose as the other forward. Dumps it back in. Goaltender out to play it and have to cover it again. Good job there by the Jets forward to get in as the Mustangs are not set to play that puck out. And the Jets will change up the personnel here. Tense moments here. Late in the third. Jets almost won the draw. The Mustangs center is able to gather it and play it out to the neutral zone. Nicolino Johnson gathers, Plays back to the fence, and we're going to get a call here on the Mustangs, either body checking or a trip, but a little bit of frustration starting to show. Interference perhaps is the call there. So of the 2 penalties it was, the official chose a third. So this is now going to make it a 4-on-3, and the chipping is starting to amp up a bit. We saw a couple of conversations. We saw the Jets aggressively clearing the front of the net. And it'll be Jarrett Ike, number 22. So 4-on-3, plenty of ice out there now for both squads. The Jets have the extra man. Kilpatrick nullifies the stick there, and he'll look to move up. 5-4 our score. 2-on-2. Ione fakes a shot. Deeks goes, shoots off the crossbar. Ref says no. Hard to tell, but look, it went off the crossbar and stayed out. Jets with the opportunity to keep it in here. Remember, this is a 4-on-3. Nicolino Johnson looks over to Ione. The shot. Score! Ione makes it 6-4. Taking advantage of all the open ice out there to extend the lead. And for the first time in this game, we got a 2-goal lead. And it's for the Jets. With just 2:22 remaining. So we're back now, 5-on-4. As look at the first penalty has now cleared out. It's about 1:19 left on the second penalty. So the Jets with power play time here could add another, at the very least, keep enough possession to keep the Mustangs from getting this to within 1. We'll also take a look at the Mustangs might look to aggressively pull their goaltender to get back to even manpower, but also being down 2 here. In the corner it goes. And now the Mustangs will get it back in their own end. The Jets pressure once again, plays back to Wonka. The goaltender's going to look to get involved in the breakout. And he clears it. Brody Feather in the neutral zone. Taking their time. Playing over the other side, Ione. Ione now. Deeks off the far side. Backhand pass towards the slot. Nifty pass. But just a little bit too much distance. Jets able to keep that one in and play it down. Pinning the Wildcats in their own, the Wildcats doing the Mustang in their own end, down 2. Onside still, comes up in the neutral zone now. Great swarming action. Look at that shot right there. Brody Lack will take it, pass it across. Ione now. Dangles, can't get by. But look at that shot there. You saw the Jets just swarming. Defensive pressure. Ooh, a little bit of a high hit there. Looks like another further body contact. This one's going to get chippy in the final seconds here. The Jets now. I think this could be Bo's. Backhand shot. Lank with another save. He's hammered in front. Absolute body check right there. The officials do not make the call. So the Mustangs starting to ramp up the energy level. You got to wonder. Now that's an accidental collision there. You got to hope that these teams just get out of here clean. No one sees someone miss an extra game because of some extracurriculars at the end of a 2-deficit game. We'll take a look at the clock right now. And I think there is a call coming up here. We'll try to get it with just 20 seconds left. And the Mustangs do take a penalty, but certainly started to get chippy. We're getting ready for the final couple of seconds here. Once again, stay tuned. We'll have some post-game interviews from your Jets squad as they're looking to hold on to a 2-goal lead as Josh Cocking took that checking penalty there in the final 20. As the final seconds run down, the Jets are going to look to pin it in the corner. And this is where, another high stick there. Cross-check from behind. A cross-check return by Moore. Absolutely. And another one, the back of the head. A punch to the head now. Oh, my, you don't want to see this. Bam Moore getting absolutely bullied in that situation. We hope he's okay. Obviously, the Jets kind of going a little scoreboard pointing, but the Mustangs losing their composure. At any level, you absolutely hate to see that. A couple cross checks to the back of the head. A punch there as well. Bam Moore in there as well. Sticking a lot of contact. And this is an interesting. We'll see if the officials try to call anything here, if anything might happen. A call at the end of the game here could have repercussions, but hopefully they just keep the sheet clean. Regardless, 6-4, your final score. And as our camera gets set to head down toward ice level to get us some post-game interview action here, let's take a look back at this game. And it was back and forth, but the Jets pulled it out in the end. And back and forth, we had a 1-0, a 2-1, a 3-2, plenty of lead changes throughout the game. But sure enough, the Jets are able to kind of pull ahead, and kind of a good effort throughout the entire game. You really saw them kind of ramp up, but this is a 3-3 game going into the third period. So the Jets outscore the Mustangs 2-1 in the third alone. And you see them starting to head off the ice. We'll have our post game in just a moment from down at ringside. But tremendous effort from the Jets. They're going to go on. They're going to add 2 more points to their total there. So they now have 4 points and sit atop Pool A. The Mustangs with a 1 sit 3 points. And Hometown Hockey will see how they go. So take a look both live and ringside as well. We'll go down to ringside in just a moment. And it looks like we'll be talking to Zach Ione and perhaps Brody Feather as well. So we'll get the full update from ringside in just a moment. And we'll head down for a little post-game action. For you on YouTube, thank you so much for joining in. Please sure to stick around for the post-game show here on Jets Hockey as they're getting set. They're getting the buckets off. And so we're getting ready for our ringside interview now, and we'll go down live to the players here. So we're going to send it down. Let's bring in ringside as we go down right there. Getting set. So we're going to have our interview in just a moment as we see. And again, we'll go ahead. Microphone is on now. We are set and ready to go. So down to ringside. We'll see how we have with us there. It looks like we have Brody Feather and Zach Ione, if I'm not mistaken. Let's start with Brody, if we could. Brody, if you can hear us down there, excellent job out there. Brody, can you hear us down there ringside?
You hear? You're listening.
Okay.
Hey, Brody. I'm not speaking just yet, but Brody, if you can hear me now, I wanted to ask what you saw on what ended up being the game-winning goal. Like you in the neutral zone, then took off. If you can, break down what you saw and describe your play to put your team ahead in the third period.
Well, whenever I was going, I was trying to look for options, and I just didn't see any. So I just tried to make a play, and it ended up being a nice goal.
And after that, you guys maintained lead. You added another one. It seemed like it started getting chippy towards the end of the game there. Was there a lot of conversation between the two teams? Can you give me a little lowdown on what the temperature was like at the end of the game? It looked like it started to get chippy. Is that correct?
Yes. Both teams started to chirp each other, and just we gotta show more respect, and so is the other team. So, yeah.
Nice. And Zach Ione, will go over to you now. Excellent job out there. You were one of the players with the lineup changes that switched from offense to defense, but watching your game over the past 3 games, I know you like to use your legs, but can you describe for our viewers out there what that transition was like for you, switching from offense to defense for this third game here?
So the transition from offense to defense was very hard. I had to learn that I couldn't just skate the puck all the time. And then I had to learn that I had to stay in front of the net and play good defense. And that's mainly it. And just making sure that you don't let anyone behind you and don't let pucks get through you.
And this game in particular, the special teams came into play. You guys had a shorthanded goal. You had a power play goal as well. In game 2, the power play and your penalty kill struggled a bit. What made you guys more effective on the special teams, and how important is it for you to have good both a power play and a penalty kill?
So, the game 2, we just weren't playing our best game, and we just weren't focused before, and we weren't playing the best we can. But this game, we really focused up before the game, and we bought a great penalty kill and power play, and we worked together as a team, and we didn't bring anyone down. We just kept bringing everyone up. So we played a great penalty kill and power play.
And special teams is always important there. So thank you so much, both Brody and Zach there for our post-game interview. We'll try to see if we can get Coach Hill if we're able to pull him for a couple of comments
Hey, guys.
after the game here today. It's a 6-4 victory for the Jets, but we're going to go down to Coach Hill now. Coach, I asked your players about the special teams. I think that was a big factor in today's game, the special teams. You guys got a shorthanded goal to really get yourself going. Can you talk about how huge that was for you to get that shorthanded goal and really kind of jumpstart your offense on the special team side?
Special teams are special for a reason. We didn't work on it as a team. Shawnee, we appreciate the broadcasting here and the thing we let us be able to do, but we really didn't work on special teams, and it just goes to show you that I was not happy with some of the penalties, but if you're going to be in the box, you better make up for it. What better than turn the light on?
And the one difference that I saw in this game in particular, the one thing I thought was the biggest difference is I saw a little bit more of a kind of a systematic but great puck support. In the offensive zone, you were seeing a second guy in on the forecheck. In the defensive zone, there's always a stick in a lane. How key was it for you to really have that puck support throughout this game against a Mustang team that at any moment could really turn on the gas and become a dangerous team?
You got to look at the other side of the ice, those opponents. That's a quality team. There's a lot of boys. I know a couple of them out here in Minnesota. Number 17 out there, that's a special player, certainly over there. It's important. We were not going to beat them one-on-one. With the team and the depth that we have, from the top to the bottom of our lineup today, the adversity and really the overall displaying the team is what did this. 6 in the lane, getting the puck deep, working hard. Shawnee, that's what it was today. I'm very proud of the boys. They worked hard. They outworked. They deserve this win. I'm glad we did, but a great team over the other side. Okay, maybe we'll see them again.
Yeah, it seems like a group of squad there that has the hard hats and the lunch pails, and they certainly brought them today. Congratulations, Coach. We'll stay tuned to see what the rest of the Easton Cup schedule looks like and hopefully bring another broadcast your way. But, Coach, I appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Shawnee. Thanks, everybody.
And so that'll do it from ringside now, but we're still going to wrap it up here on the Jets post-game show. A 6-4 victory. And as I mentioned, a pivotal game here in Pool A. The Jets now sit with 4 points in the pool. We'll see how the other matchup laid out. The only one that could really probably tie them at this point would be the Game 7 edge. But if Hometown Hockey is able to tie that game or take that game, that's going to put the Jets in sole possession at the top of Pool A. The Edge do have the head-to-head matchup. Either way, you go 2-1. It's a pretty good tournament thus far. The game earlier today kind of just tripped up the Jets. The early start didn't work in their favor. But in this game, they were down a couple of times during this game, and you saw a no-quit attitude. It would be very easy for a team to pack it in after a bad loss earlier in the day, but really saw the heart and resolve of this Jets hockey club to come back a couple of times. They didn't get their first lead in the game until it was 4-3. Mustangs come back, make it 4-4 in the third period. And then all of a sudden the Jets, a shorthanded goal, puts it ahead 5-4. They add in another one for a little insurance, 6-4. And then as you heard both the players and Coach Hill say, it got a bit chippy towards the end of the game there, and they stayed disciplined, didn't run a full pass to the box. There's a couple of penalties that I know both coaches would love to keep off the ledger there. But overall, the Jets come away with the victory. 6-4 is our final. I am Shawnee Hill from our broadcast studio here in Western Canada. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Stay tuned. If the Jets have another game, we're able to cover it here on YouTube. We're going to bring it to you. It'll probably be tomorrow morning, so be on the lookout for the schedule there. And hey, if you're still watching and you liked what you saw today, why not like the video as well? And we thank all those that left some comments that have liked and shared the video thus far. For all of us here at Jets Hockey, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Until then, have a great rest of the day. And thanks once again for tuning in to Jets Hockey here on YouTube.